Hello and welcome to WKP. Today we're going to be doing a forecast on Hurricane Sam. But before we do, take a look in the description for a gospel message, and hopefully I'll be able to upload the gospel video I was talking about. Right now, Hurricane Sam is still a Category 4 hurricane. It strengthened a little bit, which I wasn't expecting, but as you can see, that convection is starting to go away in the storm, meaning it's sucking up less and less of that warm, moist water air, and it's starting to decrease in strength. So that convection is when it's taking in that warm, moist air, circulating it through, cools at the top, and then drops again, kind of like what would happen in a pan of boiling water. But as you can see, the convection is starting to lessen, meaning that it is starting to weaken. We can also see this on the true color zoomed out. It is going through an eye wall replacement cycle. That's what I forecast it was going to go through. And now we can clearly see that happening. There's that first eye. There's like a second eye right there. So that now we're starting to see that eye wall replacement where it's seeming to shove out the first eye and replace itself with another eye. And both the long wave IR and this true color zoomed out are both showing the telltale signs of an eye wall replacement, meaning that this is going to start weakening as the National Weather Service has been forecasting. As you can see, it's going to stay a major hurricane right out till it's nearing Bermuda, so we should probably keep an eye on Bermuda for this storm. We may see a direct landfall on Bermuda, or it may pass by Bermuda, but expect some tropical storm conditions in Bermuda. As you can see, the tropical storm force wind speed probabilities nearly extend into Bermuda, and as you can see, portions of the Leeward Islands are in they have a chance of some tropical storm force winds as this storm moves on by, but I don't think tropical storm force winds are very likely in the Leeward Islands based on the current track. Now, there are some other areas in the Atlantic we need to keep a very close eye on, and that is disturbance number 3 and disturbance number 2. Disturbance number 2 will likely follow a similar path to Sam, so maybe, hopefully not any land interaction, but disturbance number 3 is a lowrider, so I would definitely expect some impacts on the Lesser Antilles in the next coming days when this will likely form. As you can see, it has a 70% chance forming, and the other one also has a 70% chance forming. And we also have disturbance number 1 with a 50% chance of forming, a literal 50% chance of forming. But this disturbance number 3, we need to keep a close eye on, since it's likely going to cause more land impacts than the last 2 storms we have seen. Now, as you can see, the wind shear where Hurricane Sam is very low, and there's also some very low wind shear where the other disturbances are, meaning there's a higher probability of formation and strengthening. Let's go to the GFS model for these storms. As you can see, GFS is taking Sam very, very close to landfall on Bermuda, and the GFS is also forecasting that one disturbance 3 goes right into the Lesser Antilles and then dissipates. Hopefully that's what happens, while the other one moves up deeper into the Atlantic. So that is what's going on in the Atlantic right now. Hopefully, I would keep an eye on disturbance number 3. Hopefully we don't see anything too major out of it, especially since it's going towards land. Please be ready for another gospel video, and that has been it for WKP.